I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Hello, K-pop news friends. We're back with another segment on the hottest news from the world of K-pop. Today, we bring you some incredibly emotional and surprising news for ARMYs around the world. A rare moment was captured on camera, showing the 5 members of BTS, Kim Taehyung, Park Jimin, Yoon Ho-seok, Min Yoongi, and Kim Namjoon, sitting together in a warm and laughing atmosphere. This moment immediately went viral, not only because of their much-missed togetherness, but also because it sparked much speculation about a special BTS documentary project that might be secretly in the works. In an era when each BTS member is busy with their own personal pursuits, whether it's military service, solo projects, or even a brief break from the spotlight, a simple snapshot of them together feels more meaningful than 1,000 words. In a series of photos widely shared on social media, they are seen sitting together at a quiet and beautiful beachside restaurant, enjoying a rare moment of togetherness amidst their busy schedules. Jimin sits quietly, gazing out at the ocean at dusk. His expression is calm and deep, as if he's lost in thought about the past and the future. Behind his sunglasses, we see a strong sense of nostalgia, and a small smile adds an emotional touch to the photo. Meanwhile, RM, the leader, is present with his playful side. In one photo, he makes a funny face that immediately reminds ARMY of his unique personality, a leader full of deep thoughts, yet also knows how to keep the atmosphere warm and light. Then there's Suga, who hasn't been seen in public much lately. But here, he's smiling freely, wearing a simple t-shirt, staring into the camera with sparkling eyes. J-Hope also appears with his relaxed style that always radiates a positive aura. With his warm smile and iconic peace pose, he seems to be saying to fans, "We're still here, we're still together." And of course, V, or Kim Taehyung, the visual who never fails to steal the show. In his loose shirt and naturally messy hair, he looks so comfortable, full of freedom, yet still charismatic as always. The appearance of all 5 BTS members in one frame is certainly not something to be taken lightly. In the world of Korean entertainment, especially when it comes to a group as large as BTS, every small gesture can hold significant meaning. ARMY, known as a fandom with the sharpest eyes and most sensitive hearts, immediately speculated that this gathering was more than just a reunion to relieve longing. Many believed it was part of a special BTS documentary that had not yet been announced to the public. This speculation was not without basis. From the composition of the image, the lighting, the setting, to the members' gestures, everything looked like it was designed for the camera. Not just a selfie camera, but a documentary camera. Some fans even said the vibe was very similar to the documentaries Break the Silence or Burn the Stage, where personal stories, reflections, and togetherness were at the core of the narrative. Why the sea? Why the sunset? These 2 elements are not just visual backdrops, but powerful symbols. The sea represents a long journey, vast, deep, mysterious, and full of meaning. Meanwhile, the sunset represents a transition from light to darkness or vice versa, depending on our perspective. In this moment, it was as if BTS were sending a silent message to the world. We're at a point of transition. We may be away from the stage, but we're never truly gone. And as the 5 members sat by the sea, enveloped by an orange sky slowly turning dark blue, we as fans knew something big was approaching. Social media was immediately flooded with fan reactions, not just from South Korea, but from around the world. On Twitter, hashtags like #BTSReunion, #Taehyung, #Jimin, and #BTS quickly became trending topics again. One fanbase wrote, "I'm not crying, you are. Look at how they laugh together like old times. It feels like the world is whole again." Another added, "It's not just a photo. It's a fragment of the love, friendship, and loyalty they've built over a decade." And of course, many have developed lengthy theories about a possible documentary project, a surprise album, or even a teaser for their long-awaited big comeback in 2026. As we look back at the photos, Taehyung leaning back casually while gazing at the horizon, Jimin seemingly lost in the stillness of the sunset, RM laughing while pointing at the camera, Suga with his faint, soothing smile, and J-Hope, as always exuding his warm enthusiasm, we realize one important thing. This isn't just a reunion, it's a piece of history being quietly written. Because behind that seemingly casual moment, a larger narrative is slowly taking shape. A story about how 7 young men who started from nothing in a cramped dorm room in Nonhyandong have become global icons, and how they continue to choose to return to each other, no matter how far the world takes them. Their reunion in a simple setting like a beachside restaurant holds profound meaning, because here, we see them returning to their starting point, not physically, but emotionally. The dining table they are sitting at now is not just a place to eat, but a place to recollect memories, renew commitments, and perhaps make big decisions together. It's no secret that from the start, BTS has always done great things on their own terms. When the world thought they would disband or break up due to industry pressures, they instead chose a collective hiatus to pursue individual growth without losing their core bond. And while some K-pop groups have chosen a more practical path, focusing on solo careers with no guarantee of a reunion, BTS has repeatedly shown that they are brothers, not just business partners. Some observant fans noticed that in the videos circulating, professional cameras occasionally zoom in from a distance. Someone who doesn't appear to be a regular crew member walks around with a headset and a clipboard in hand. There are small discussions amidst laughter. And at one point, RM is seen touching Suga's shoulder and whispering something while pointing toward the ocean, a scene that seems too dramatic for a mere lunch meeting. Could they be filming a final flashback before a new chapter begins? Some fans believe BTS is preparing their most candid documentary yet, not just about a world tour or a musical journey, but about friendship, growth, and self-transformation in adulthood. Of all the members captured in the portrait, Taehyung's expression is the most highlighted. Not only because he recently released his phenomenal solo project, but also because of the mysterious and melancholic vibe he exudes. Some fans even said, Taehyung's face seems to hold 1,000 untold stories. And indeed, if this documentary is indeed in the works, it's highly likely that each member will be given a space to reveal their deepest sides, including Taehyung, who has always been known for his charm but often keeps things quiet. We all know that Taehyung is someone who expresses his feelings not through words, but through images, tones, and expressions. Therefore, this documentary may be an opportunity for him to speak more honestly and artistically, as he has always done, through the lens of beauty. Without a single official statement, without a press release, without a comeback date, BTS managed to convey a clear message in one simple moment. We're not done yet. This photo, this video, and their laughter under the sunset sky are an emotional communication to ARMY that even though their paths are currently divided, they're still headed toward the same meeting point. And if this documentary does come to fruition, it won't just be entertainment. It will be an emotional legacy, a reminder that behind all the spotlight, they are still 7 men who care for each other, trust each other, and love each other. We at K-pop News will continue to dig into every clue, every small moment, and every rumor that could shed light on this larger narrative. Will we get a documentary this year? Is BTS preparing for an emotional comeback in 2026? Or are they simply wanting to share their story in a new, unprecedented format? Whatever it takes, we are all ready. Ready to welcome their new story, ready to cry, laugh, and fall in love all over again with the sincerity of the 7 men who make up BTS.